Yo, man. Check, it's heaven's finest. Nirvana finding mindness. I ain't leaving me mindless. Timeless of the righteous teachers. Made in God's image, but carry the devil's features. Rapping overly to me, the abracadabra. I spit matter that evaporate legions. Emancipate heathens. Even like Stevens, please don't tip the Libras. Bronze bare feet, she probably thought I was Jesus. Casting out demons. Rose after 3 days, mainstream remain grievous. I'm afraid you can't handle.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy O.G.Kitch.
Hey, it's your girl, Chef Simone.
And this is The Conversation. What's going on, Chef?
Man, this holiday season was no joke. And I'm so glad to be on this podcast tonight because we have a lot to go over and a lot to inform the people about.
Yes, I do agree. First and foremost, I just want to wish everybody a happy holidays, whatever it means to you. Just another day to me, but happy New Year's and a prosperous New Year's to all the listeners.
Definitely. Happy holidays, peace and love and light.
So this episode, what are we getting into this episode?
This episode, we're getting into sort of like when people want a caterer or even have a personal chef service in their home, the 101s to kind of know and ask yourself before you contact these people so you're not wasting your time and you're definitely not wasting the chef's time. Because the more you know, to me, the better the experience you'll have. Right? Don't you agree?
I definitely agree. So I haven't decided what I'm going to label or title this one yet, but it's probably going to be somewhere along the lines of appreciating your personal chef and or caterer.
Yeah. Definitely.
I feel like we're very, very unappreciated, very undervalued, and things of that nature. So we can go ahead and jump right into it. You want to start or what?
Yeah, let me start. So my first thing for people when they contact me is please know the basics, which is how many people you have, what your budget is, the time, the date, the venue, whether or not the chef will have access to the kitchen, and, you know, being realistic about your menu. People think that, you know, they can offer us $150 for 85 people and talk about they want, you know, beef Wellington and souffle and X, Y, and Z, and that's just going to happen with $150. No, ma'am, no, sir. It's not going to happen.
No disrespect to nobody, but if you can't spell it, you damn sure don't want it. I'm just saying.
Exactly. If you cannot spell beef Wellington, if you can't spell souffle, don't come at me with no ganache. Talk about ganache.
Yeah, you know, I like this conversation because I feel like it needs to be touched on. I feel like we are very underrated. I don't like the fact that I feel like people just think we go in the kitchen, snap our finger, and all this food appears.
God.
So, in my one-on-one, which you just said, your one-on-one or a part of it, let me give you at least the most important part to me. Understand this, potential clients and reoccurring clients. Time, electricity, gas, house gas and car gas, monies, preparing, getting physical things.
Energy.
Huh?
I said physical energy.
Yeah, like all of that goes into things that needs to be done to prepare for an event or a service. Don't come to me with things that are unattainable. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not going to the Rocky Mountain Alps to find something that you saw on the Food Network. No, I'm not making no calls to Maine looking for your rock lobsters and all of that because, first of all, rock lobster is not in Maine. Thank you very much. I'm just saying we just conversating over here.
Drop the knowledge.
I just want to be appreciated. I am not your auntie or your granny that just cooks in the kitchen.
Uncle Earl on the grill.
You know what I mean? And I'm bringing you a whole bunch of foil wrapped pans.
Right.
For your event. respect the craft. If you have a job and you love your job, or if you just have a job, period, you want to have your job a certain way. Don't disvalue what I do. I'm very passionate about what I do.
Real quick, Chef. Can I interject real quick?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
For us, it's not like I totally agree with you, but for us in this industry, this is not just a job for us. This is a passion for us. We put our everything into creating these menus, these personalized, customized keywords, customized menus for you and your budget and your taste buds on your special day or whatever it may be. And just understand that, you know, this is our world. This is what we do. And we want to provide our best to you. And we just, you know, deserve the respect of that.
Right. And I was getting ready to drop the word passion, because that is my passion. This is what I do. Yes. Understand, with customization comes a different tax bracket. The decimal jumps a different place in that pricing. If you want me to come in from beginning to end, design your menu, decide, do you want plated? Do you want buffet style? And everybody know, if you want buffet style, now you're talking about servers, because you cannot leave it up. I have a sign for buffet. When I do buffet style, I have a sign that says, remember, the person behind you have to eat too. You can't allow people to just walk through a buffet line and you be like, yo, where's all the chicken wing? And then you're looking around the room and then you see that one guy with like, with like 57 chicken wings on his fucking plate and shit. Now, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? I just want this craft, my business, to be respected as if, example, you come to me, you're telling me what you want, I give you a price. You're trying to talk me down. I'm never going to waver in my price. You're trying to get the hookup and everything else. And no, everybody knows that on my podcast, it's never a racial thing, but you can't walk into the white man's establishment and they quote you a price and you cool with it.
You know what I mean? Like bargaining for the Gucci belts or the Prada bags, or like, I don't see y'all hustling and bargaining. Then when y'all walk into these stores paying that full ticket price, no.
Exactly. And this is what this whole conversation is about. Respect the craft of the chef. You know, we do a lot. Now, I can't speak for every chef, but I will say this. The chefs that I deal with, I have a lot of respect for. And I know this for sure, especially with myself. You come to me and you want to do business with me, I'm not cutting corners. Nope. I'm not getting you, oh, well, let me just get the back end of that piece of meat. And since it costs $2 cheaper, I'm going to give you exactly what you pay for. But understand, when you call my phone, you're not dealing with Bubba's barbecue out in the backyard. I'm not saying that I'm trying to break. I'm not, because I'm not trying to break anybody's pockets, but you will pay me what I'm worth. And I've seen it too many times. I've seen people that put in their time to make menus and stuff, and then people be like, well, I only got this much. And then now you'll be like, okay, well, I'll do it for that. Now, two things are going to happen. Either you're going to break even or you're going to lose money. And I'm not in the business to lose money, and I'm not in the business to break even. If I'm going to start off with the same amount of money that I finish off with the same amount of money that I started with, and I put in all the time, the energy, my electricity, gas, and all that, then I just played myself. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm over the top, but just know you got to pay me. And I'm not cheap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, reasonably priced now. You come, we'll work with your budget. Like, I'm definitely one person I understand. Like, people on a tight budget. That's why this is another key thing. When someone asks you, if a chef or caterer asks you, what's your budget? It's not that they're trying to max out your budget. It's just, for me, I'm trying to give you option within that realm that you're supposedly, you know, that's what you could afford. And you have to take account the cost of food, not just the cost of food, but the cost of food, the cost of the utensils, the cost of the packaging, the cost of the gas, the cost that, I'm out here, you get charged per hour, however long it takes me to prepare your meal or just your whole entire order. Like it's a lot of factors when we say, what's your budget?
And I'm glad you said that, because some people do think that when you say what's your budget, you try to max them out. No, right. Now, just like you, me asking you, and that's like my top question, me asking you what your budget is to alleviate and get past all the time that I would have spent on putting you together a menu for one budget. And then you'd be like, well, I was thinking more like 1,000. Okay, right. So you can't come to me with prime rib dreams, but you got hot dog money. So now I just wasted time. Now I'm kind of aggravated. Right. You know what I mean? Just know that you're going to get the best. And 9 times out of 10, a real, true personal chef along the way of doing, once they get to the venue and start setting up, or in the process of getting everything together, prepping everything up, 9 times out of 10, at least for me, I'm going to go, oh, well, this will look better this way. It may cost me a couple of more dollars, but my name is on it. So I go into every event not only to give you the best experience, I want somebody to see the experience that you get. And now I'm looking at potential other clients.
Exactly. We're always on the potential connection. Like, that's all you can think about, because you have to leave a mark. You have to leave a very good taste in people's mouth.
Exactly.
Like, pun intended. You have to leave a good taste in people's mouth in order for them to call you back. You want to build that clientele. You want to build that trust, and you want to build that mark of quality. It's a lot of cooks and chefs out here that, their food ain't all that. Like, to be honest.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's like, I would rather have 10 quality clients versus 100.
Right.
Like, whatever's.
And don't get the cook and the chef confused. 2 totally different people.
Do we need to break that down tonight? Can we break?
We will. Pun. Heard that. But I just want to piggyback off of what you said, far as, building a trust with your clients. 95% of the people that know me knows at least my Thursday client by name, because they hear her name a lot. Right now, I have 3 recurring clients. I have the codes, the keys, all of that to their house, because we built a bond and a trust with each other. If you're only in it for the money, I tell people all the time, like, yo, why you don't put me on? Because you're just in it for the money. Right. And it has to be so much more than that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because the money is only going to be as great as you. Exactly. You like, if I say you can't even talk to me for less than 5,000, that must mean I'm worth that 5,000.
And then some.
Exactly. So now let's get back to the cook versus the chef.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, because people really get that misconstrued. I am not a cook. Anybody that knows me that has ever said the word cook, no, I will stop you in your sentence and like, no, I'm not a cook. No disrespect to the cooks. But the cooks is like, yo, I'm in my house dress, in my house shoes, in the kitchen, hooking your shit up for your baby shower. Yeah, I'm not that guy.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm not that guy. I'm in uniform. I'm coming. I'm professional. On time is late to me. So I'm professional with my timing. I'm going to come. I'm going to set up. I'm going to mingle. I'm going to make sure everybody is good. I'm going to break down. I'm going to clean up. My people are going to be in place. My people are going to be clean and professional. You're not going to catch one of my workers outside smoking a cigarette. You're not going to catch one of my workers on the line on their cell phone,
right?
While you waiting to get some food on your plate. If that is to happen, that worker will no longer be my worker. Not after the event. I will fire your ass in the midst of an event. Ask. It has happened.
Don't scare them now.
No, I'm not trying to scare them, but anybody that knows me know when I talk about certain things that's very passionate to me. I mean, this is how I get because
definitely.
you're not going to treat me like no goddamn short order cook when I'm that dude. I'm O.G.Kitch. And a lot comes with that. My name is on my business, so I run it a certain way. Right. And if you're not on that page, then you need to get out my book.
Just close it.
Hey, I don't play around with mine, y'all. It took me a lot, and I'm still in the building process of my business, and you know this as well. Yeah, it's not
we both
easy.
Are. Definitely.
It's hard work, and you have to grind constantly. People always talk about pay your dues. Well, I'm paying my dues. I spent 7.5 years in culinary school. I goddamn earned the right to wear my chef coat, and you will not disrespect that ever.
Exactly. It's like we put money into it too. Like just everybody goes out for their masters and their bachelors and their PhD. It's the same thing. You focus on the different areas within the kitchen. You have the people who are really good at baking. You have the people who are good at cooking. You have people who like specialize in their sauces.
Right.
It's definitely like, different types of levels. Like a doctor, you have doctors for every part of your body. It's like every part of the plate, every part of the table, people specialize in, and that people really need to understand that it's not a job for us. It's not a joke, not a hobby. It's real life, and food is always there. Like people need to eat.
And I'm glad you said that, because you're not going to go into the hospital and say, look, doc, I know that this surgery costs this much, but if you give me like just regular white stitches or color stitches, can I get a hookup? You know what I mean? Can you like halfway sew me up?
Right, exactly.
Can you single stitch me instead of double stitch me?
Right.
You know what I mean? Can you use the off-brand Tylenol? Like, none of that matters. So if you can respect that, and this conversation is much needed, because I'm really realizing that a lot of people do not respect what we do. And it's crazy because Chef Kenna, and I will be dropping her information. She's the one that sparked at least this conversation between you and I of a post that she did.
Yeah, she did a post and we were just going in like
because it's so true. People just like, they don't want to pay us, but they want to sit back. Oh, your food. Or this is the one. Oh my God, your food is the greatest thing until it's time to fucking pay for it.
Pay up.
Somebody asked me last night, and I meant to tell you this, and I ain't even bullshitting. I told you about the cake, the LOL cake, right?
Yeah. The
lady asked me like, yo, do you take food stamps? And I know she was dead serious. She tried to play it off like it was a joke, but I know she was dead serious. You know what I mean? So now I'm debating on even if I want to do your cake at all. You better get the hell out there and Uber up my money.
Shout out to the Uber drivers.
Straight up, yo, you're not going to insult me like that. And that's the second time that's happened to me in my lifetime. And you can ask the first person what happened with that, because I don't know what cake they got. You take that shit to fucking Publix, Rouse's, wherever the fuck you need to take that to. You take that to and get that. But understand this, people. Everybody that is a potential client, understand one thing: you get what you pay for.
Exactly.
Know that.
You definitely get what you pay for, and just be realistic when you're giving up this money.
And that's all we asking. Just be realistic.
Because just like when you go buy groceries, you see how much groceries you buy. It's always, I catch people always when I'm in line buying stuff, and it's like you always hear, no matter what, because we're in the grocery store every day, so it's like no matter what, at least twice a week, I'm like, damn. All you hear is damn. What the hell did I buy? I spent like
exactly. I say that all the time. And people like us are definitely in. You in a grocery store a lot when you know everybody by name and they know you by name.
Exactly. Oh,
I'm like, yo, this is sad. Like, I need to buy stock in Kroger's. Now, I want to say this to all my fellow chefs. Always keep your contracts in order. Keep them tight. Keep them tight. Because, look, I had a situation to where, half the money was up. Really, your full payment is supposed to be before your event.
Oh yeah.
Lady, like, oh, when you get here, I'll pay you. Now she's running around like trying to borrow money from everybody. But I'm gonna tell you this: ain't nobody eating until I get my money. I will pack all this shit back up in my truck and take it, and your deposit is non-refundable. And I will take this shit. I will go downtown right now and feed the homeless like a mug. But ain't nobody eating until my money is in effect. So chefs, caterers, personal chefs, keep your contracts intact. And I don't care how cool you are with a person. It's business, not friendness. Nope. So if you can't say, look, buddy, sign this contract, you probably don't want to be doing business with them because you're going to get burnt.
Yeah. I was just telling that, I said it to Chef Savannah. She's down there in Atlanta with you. Like, it was on the IG post, like 2 weeks. For real, you should, if anything, 2 weeks notice to an event is the minimum. Mm-hmm. Like, don't call me 3 or 4 days talking about something. I need to feed 100 people. I got $500. Like, okay, wait.
Lord. And I've had that happen.
Hold on. Because let me tell you one thing. Your procrastination is not going to be our priority. You're not the only person or the only client that we're serving, especially, if we're good chefs, we have good business. Understand that, yeah, we might not be famous and on Food Network and X.
Oh, I'm going to address that too.
We got work, like you don't 2 week minimum. That's if anybody takes anything away from this podcast with us tonight, 2 week minimum.
and if also along with that, if it's less than that, just know the price is going to be different. Because if you call me 24 hours and I've had this happen, if you need a 24-hour cake, you won't pay a 24-hour price. You're going to pay double. Now, it's up to you to decide how bad do you need this cake. Because I ain't begging nobody to do business with me. And people have known for a fact that I have left money on the table. I don't have no problem with that. But you're not going to drive me into a culinary casket because you can't get your shit together.
Exactly. I had to give somebody back their money this past thing.
I remember. That.
Because it was just, and the thing about it too, if you know you don't have it, it's okay. Like, work with what you have. Because when you call somebody up, like of these custom cakes, because, I do custom cakes too, but if you call any of these other custom cake places, they're going to want all their money up front.
And they're going to charge you triple, especially if it's like with less than 2 weeks, you're damn near going to pay triple, and you're not going to be able, you're not even going to be able to talk to them without a full payment. You know what I mean? So,
and some of these places charge for consultation.
Mm-hmm. Some people are you put me onto that.
Yeah, they charge like $30 to $50 an hour. Like, you need to make sure you've done your homework on what you want. Don't call. This is what I can't stand. Please, 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 please. I put this out in the universe to the world. Do not call a chef or a catering company and say, well, we just want beef or chicken. Okay. And some sides. Okay. What else? Like, I should not have to play Inspector Gadget trying to figure out exactly what you need for your event. Like, know what you want from top to bottom. And that's from appetizers to desserts and drinks. And then proceed forward. Like, just...
Well, you call on that. You call on that type of tip. That's when you need to call Aunt Sis or me, Ma. And I'm like, yo, I need this hookup. You know what I mean? I need you to hook me up. And also, potential clients. I don't want to hear about, well, if I get the food and you cook it, it's not going to change the price. Not going to change the price at all. At least not over here at Zenobia's Baby Cake. I don't care if you buying the food. I still got to do the work. The only thing you doing is cutting out me having a grocery shop. I still got to do everything else.
Yeah.
Have some kind of sense of what you're doing. And that's the biggest thing. The two biggest things of this conversation is have a sense of what you need to do before you make the call and respect the craft.
Yes.
That's the thing that pisses me off the most. You don't respect the craft.
The craft. Respect it.
Yeah. And when we get on that vibe, now my whole mood done changed. Now I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it. I told you about the lady that called me with the Kwanzaa joint. Now, 85 people. She want the cakes, and cakes are separate, but she want the cakes. She giving me all of this Kwanzaa food. And I'm like, okay, so what's your budget? So now we going through the rigmarole, the back and forth through a text, which I hate doing business with a text because that's not professional. Oh, you're going to laugh at me. Okay, now I already know it's some bullshit. No, I'm not going to laugh at all because the money is not going to be funny and you wasting my time. So she like, okay, 85 people, all of this shit, $150 was her budget. What? So I was like,
about to serve up a salsa and chips joint.
And then after it all said and done, she like, well, I didn't figure, I figured it wasn't going to be, but I had to ask. Well, you even waste your breath asking, because if you knew that, there's no way. Now, on the average of 86 people, 85 people, you're looking at least $22.50 in my head.
Yeah.
Because you figure after 50 people, you have to go per head or you're going to lose money.
Oh, yeah. You have to.
Now, if you want to, like, group rate your shit in after 50 people, I guarantee you're going to lose money. So your minimum is $10 a head. And that's like...
Wait a minute. What are we talking about, though? $10, and that sounds kind of low still.
And that's what I'm saying, your minimum. I didn't say my minimum.
Oh, well... Okay, that was great.
No. My minimum is like goddamn $22 a plate, and then we're going upwards up until like we can go to like 47. Yeah, that depends on the menu, what the situation is. You know, tried to lowball me like that, and I had to get with them on some other stuff. I did that 300 people. So now, okay, let's cut that. What's your budget? Okay, your budget is $5,500, and I deal with them personally. So we're going to make everything into that $5,500. And trust me, they didn't, man, that was a sweet deal.
Beautiful,
and, yeah. I ain't going to say too much because they just in case one be. But that was a great situation right there. And I'm like, yeah, this can work because like it really wasn't that hard. And also I heard you mention always, please, people, always know that if you have an on-site place, don't tell me you don't know what the kitchen look like. Don't tell me you got to go take pictures. I need to know all that up front. Okay, yeah, they got a kitchen. Okay, well, what kind of equipment they got in the kitchen?
Right.
You know what I mean? Are we talking about a galley kitchen? Can I turn around in that mug? You know what I mean? I did a wedding out in Philly. I goes in, they like, yeah, they got a kitchen. Okay, now you got a three dish sink and a house stove. Okay, like, come on, yo, just treat because look, at the end of the day, your caterer and your personal chef is the closest thing to your event that you can get outside of your planner.
Right.
We deal with the food, which feeds everyone.
Exactly. That's the number 2 thing on the list when it comes to throwing events. The number 1 thing that's going to cost is the venue. The number 2 thing is going to be the food.
We are the most important person in your event.
We make the event. Like if the entertainment might be garbage, but if the food is banging, people will rock with you.
Because look, only thing you got to do as a professional, go and do your job. Mm-hmm. No matter what. Now, the food is going to be great regardless. So once the alcohol hit, everything tastes good.
Oh my goodness.
So you good. And plus, you already going to have at least 2 people that just complain about everything. It's going to be an old lady and a fat dude. No disrespect, but that's usually the way it go. Oh, these wings.
About this shit.
Yeah. Oh, these wings look small. No, nigga, your hands is big. Straight up. Oh, this chicken is tough. Ain't my fault you can't eat them with your teeth not in. I'm just saying. We just having a conversation over here. Anybody that's been on my podcast know that this is how I get down. I'm not going to beat around a bush. Like, At the end of the day, we as personal chefs and caterers take our job very seriously, because 9 out of 10 personal chefs and caterers, they have jumped out on a limb, on a hope, on a wish, probably gave up their job. Some of us have like 9 to 5 jobs, some of us don't. So we need that. Yo, come and do business with me. Support each other. You know, that's why I plan on shouting out a few of chef friends that I know, and that, you know, some that we both may know from social media. And I'm going to give them their shine. I'm going to put their, I'm going to shout out their Instagrams, and everybody can make money. And you never know when you will have to, like right now, somebody on this list could be in a state that I'm coming to do a job. Okay, I'm reaching out to you. Yo, you got a restaurant depot there. Where would I go for this? Do you want to even come in, make a couple dollars, get on, and we can collab on this? That's how we support each other.
Exactly. Like, we can do these big major events and we're all on the same page.
Right.
Supporting each other. Like, I definitely have a whole list of chefs that I want to shout out, that I follow and I respect the grind, because it's real. And especially, and I'll put it out there, especially in our community, in the Black community, like, we really do have to stick together, because you get pushed out of the way. People want to show them, or people like you, everybody wants your wet batter recipe. And I keep saying,
yo, it's so crazy. I feel like that's the only video I got up there.
Pump the brakes on that, because stop giving it out so freely.
Yo, because I don't do it for, like, my YouTube stuff it's whatever. But I'm gonna tell you, I swear that that's the only video that I got, like 200 videos on my channel, but this one is already at, I think 4 point
5,000. It's almost 5,000.
Almost 5,000. I get asked this recipe at least 10 times a week.
See?
It's just chicken wing. But you know what? You brought something to my attention. You know what I mean? So now I'm a move differently with it. You know what I mean? So look, we out here supporting each other. You know, you have to understand, personal chefs and caterers, not only do we have to fend for ourselves, not only do we have to compete with all the other chefs and caterers in our area, but we also have to compete with these fucking corporations. So us as individuals, entrepreneurs, should definitely be working together. And of course, like I've told you, not only, the Chef Life movement is for the kids, but I do want to put something together for a coalition of personal chefs, not just in my area, but around the country.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling this conversation that we're talking about today. Again, it's very well needed. And people need to, like you said, understand the 101 when you pick up the phone to call me, have your ducks in a row. I don't want to hear and I had that happen to me. This lady took me through a week and a half. I mean, she even gave me extra money and all that shit, which is cool. But like, she trying to plan a surprise for her boyfriend, but she don't want to ask him what he like without having to give it up. So now you guessing. It's making my job so much harder.
But my whole thing is with that, it's like, if that's your boyfriend, why you really moving?
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, but, moving on, that's a whole other topic, a whole other lane that we're going to say.
Yeah, because once I got to the venue, I understood why she didn't know shit. I'm just saying, we just conversating over here.
we conversing today.
So,
goodness.
I don't know.
I have a couple things to say real quick.
Great. Go ahead.
So, I want to explain to everybody the type or the breakdown of the convenience you are paying for when you have a caterer and or a personal chef. Now, the thing about caterers, we do events that's for like 100 people plus most of the time, or even 50 people plus. And that's basically, a lot of times it's buffet style. Sometimes it's sit down. But when you have a personal chef, and that's somebody who comes into your home and creates this big dinner for either a family cookout or just a romantic one-on-one with you and your partner, whoever, side piece, whoever, no judgment over here. want everybody to understand the convenience you're paying for. You're paying for one, you don't have to cook me. That's one. But you're also paying for not having to go to the grocery store. And let it be known, we don't go to just one grocery store.
I know I don't. That's like 4 or 5.
Exactly. Depending on what you need, like we go to where the freshest seafood is going to be, the freshest produce is going to be, the spices that are going to be on point. And
Can I stop you right there, and then you can jump right back into it? Seafood dishes are market price. There's no hookup on seafood. What I pay for it, you're going to pay for it, and then a little something more. Now you can get back to what you're saying. My bad.
It's okay. Back to the conveniences. Like when you have this personal chef and or caterer, you are paying for their time and energy for something that you didn't want to do in the first place. Whether or not you could do it. And that's the one thing I can't say. And I'm gonna say this is sidebar. I don't appreciate, I'm gonna change my words. I don't appreciate when someone who requests my services, I come, I do what I do, and then they want to tell me how they want it cooked. Like, well, I normally do this. It's like, okay, well, you didn't pay for you to cook it. You paid for me to cook it. So let me do my thing. Like, depending on, like, if it's an allergy situation, that I can understand. But please do not stand over the chef's shoulder trying to critique and or tell them what to do when you pay for my services. Like, this is the convenience you're paying for it.
Can I piggyback off your sidebar real quick?
Please do.
When dealing with O.G.Kitch, I don't even want you in the kitchen with me. I don't want to sit there and small talk with you. I'm there to perform a service. I'm in, I'm out. I will throw on headphones on my head, regardless if they on or not. I will bob my head like I'm listening to the best concert in the world, and I'm not. I don't need you in the kitchen. That's, like you said, that's the point of me being there.
Yeah, you're paying.
So you go sit down and kick your feet up and do what you do. Go have your cocktail, whatever it is you do it away from me.
If you have me in your kitchen, I have my own little speaker playing. I have my music going, so it's a vibe. Anytime I cook, and this is for any chef, they have a vibe or they have a process or a plan that they execute.
Exactly.
And a lot of times to interrupt them, it's like you're interrupting the flow.
Exactly.
Like, unless I ask you to help me, just chill. Do your thing. You paying for me to do what you don't want to do.
Quote unquote, bitch don't kill my vibe. Bitch don't kill my vibe. I'm just saying, because that's what it is. Anybody that knows me know, if you walk up in my crib and in my kitchen and you hear like oldies R&B playing on the joint and I'm just in there, don't even talk to me. I'm vibing right now. I'm thinking 10 steps ahead of what I'm doing. So as soon as you ask me a question, you just fucked me up. Now you're making me take 4 steps when I only need to take 2. Yeah. We don't do that. Leave the chef alone. Let him do what he do. Let him get in there, wow the fuck out you, and keep it moving. Because I know anytime I step in any of my clients' house, of new clients, I know I'm going to hear from you again. You could believe that.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I love it. Every event because this summer I did a lot of cookouts. I did the longest cookout I did. I was at this person's house for 15 hours. They had a 12-hour pool party. Like, I was on this grill in the house, in the kitchen. We had 2 sets of food coming out, and it was crazy. Like, to have people lined up at the gourmet island was like, it was a dream, but at the same time, it was like, yo, I put in that work. And just, the vibe, it's just always a good vibe and I got 3 gigs out of it. Like, each gig is a potential for another gig or 2 more gigs, 5 more gigs. Like, you just never know who you'll meet.
Right.
You never know who you'll meet off the humble.
That's why presentation, and not just the food, within yourself.
Right.
Like, you can't be looking like Chef Nasty, stains all on your jacket and shit like that. No, you come in there, you look professional. You taking care of your whole look. This is the trick, and not really a trick, but this is the main thing. The host or the hostess, you make them feel like the most important person, because at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, people get a caterer or especially a personal chef because they want to shine to their friends. So you make them. I'm gonna make you feel like fucking goddamn Elvis out this bitch.
What? I'm gonna make you look like Barack and Michelle Obama.
And then they gonna be looking like, damn, I want that experience too. Exactly. Now, you mentioned something earlier, and I wanna kind of touch on that. And you were saying something about stars. So, do you want to go first? Because I know I got some shit to say.
No. You go ahead. You go.
Okay.
First.
Now, this is the two-sided star. This is the star who you think your client, and then like a chef, 2 stars. Okay. Y'all can go on the name if you want to, and that's your right. You can do that. But I'm gonna tell you, and this is from my own experiences. A lot of these Food Network, and I'm not shitting on anybody in particular. I'm not shitting on nobody, period. I'm just saying a lot when certain people get to a certain level and the name and, oh, I got this chef, the food ain't that great. I'm going to tell you that right now. On the flip side of that, just because you do something, I put it to you like this. I don't prefer to even deal with any type of celebrities. Celebrities sometimes tend to feel like you should be honored to do this for me. Because you're doing this for me, you're going to get a notoriety. I don't give a fuck about notoriety because that don't pay bills. I want my check. I don't care what reality show you've been on, which is not a celebrity. Wink, wink. You know what I mean? That's the look. What reality shows is borderline. Almost was and never was.
Oh, stop it!
It goes from the who.
Reality show people. Everybody's not horrible.
No, and I'm not putting that on everybody, but there are some. I told you about my friend that's here that's going through that situation with that situation.
Yeah, I remember that.
And her joint was, yo, because it's me, you should feel because it's me and you're going to get notoriety. Nah. Look, if you're dealing with a celebrity, get your money up front because I'm going to tell you, they don't like to fucking pay you.
Keep your contract tight. Keep
your contract tight because they will do everything they can to not pay you. And again, back to the ones that with the big name, I'm a celebrity chef. There's no such thing as a celebrity chef. Because a lot of these celebrity chefs really not cooking. There's a lot of TV shows that when I was younger, fresh in the game, they was like Jesus to me. And come to find out that a lot of this behind the scenes shit, they not even fucking doing the cooking. They the name of the show, but they're not doing the cooking. So get you somebody that's like, you can go to my social media. You can come and sit down and have a tasting. I know what I am about mine, so I'm never worried about that. Because a lot of these quote-unquote celebrity chefs, hey, I will motherfucking cook your ass under the table. Straight up. Again, at the end of my shit, at the end of the day, for me, respect my craft.
Exactly.
And you will get the best that you ever had. And that's all I'm going to say there. You got the mic.
Stamp. Well, excuse me as I pick up the mic. Yeah, just to piggyback off of, just be like, for me, my personal experience with some of these stars or people who, or some even, I'm not even gonna say stars. You have people who are thousandaires. You have millionaires, and you have the thousandaires who feel like they're millionaires, but they have 3,500 square foot house or better, and they feel as though they're above those. Like, just understand that every dollar that is being thrown at you is not always worth your time or energy.
Well, every dollar is not a good dollar.
Exactly. Like, listen to your gut. Because I went through this past month where I had a woman who was in contact with me since September about an event that was happening in December, which was great. But the budget kept changing. And it was just like, then the deposit didn't get there in time. And it got to a point where, like, she canceled 2 tastings. Mind you, I was only doing the tasting out of a courtesy because anytime you have a caterer, unless it's a wedding of 200 people plus, there is no tasting.
Exactly. You better take my word for it in my pictures.
Exactly. There is no tasting. You better take my referrals and X, Y, and Z. But because somebody else who had had my food referred her. I said, out of courtesy, I have some time. We'll do a case.
Now, can I throw something on top of that?
Go ahead.
My fellow chefs and caterers, understand this. You're nobody personal whipping board, and you're not to be disrespected.
Never.
And if I was you, when I say have your contract tight, have a clause in there. If I am verbally, now I don't know about physical because I'm a different type of breed. You ain't about to touch me, point blank, period. But verbally abuse, I will pack my shit up and I will leave your residence, and no, you will not be getting your money back. So when I say have your contract tight, you need to think about all of these, because some people will have you in their house for chef services thinking you the chef, the maid, yes, the boss, and all of that shit. No.
No, boo.
I'm not taking down your trash. I'm not cleaning your fucking pool. You know what I mean? I'm not cleaning up after your dog. I'm here to cook, and I'm out. So again, my fellow chefs, culinary creators, keep your contracts tight.
Mm-hmm.
Better get you a lawyer, thanks to my son, lawyer. And I got a homegirl that's a paralegal-ish, so I make sure my shit stay correct. So, yeah, so you got the mic. I'm sorry. When I get passionate, I be.
Got to jump in there and give out the 2 cents. I got you. But that was basically it. Like, for the chefs out there, every dollar is not a good dollar. When you feel it in your gut that something's just not right, it's nothing wrong with backing up. It's nothing wrong with backing away and have it in your contract. Because even though I told this woman that it was a non-refundable deposit, I gave her deposit back off the strength that I didn't want no smoke, because it was just like, it was key things that, like, the main thing that got me was this party that we was doing was tried to happen last year. Like, it was supposed to happen last year, so they waited a whole nother year to do it again. And she was saying last year the caterer canceled on her the day before, and I was just thinking to myself, hold on, wait a minute, you're not about to have whatever BS or feelings you had about that person and put that expectation on me.
Yeah, see, the first thing that will come to my mind is, what would make a person cancel on you like that?
The day before, and that's all I can think.
That ain't just out the blue shit.
Exactly. They done bought all the material. They done bought all the food. They done prepped pretty much damn near the whole menu, depending on what the menu was.
But it's like this too. Like, even with you and I both know, and I'm sure a lot of caterers that will hear this, and personal chefs, you can talk to somebody in 5 minutes and you're going to know if I'm going to hear from them, if I'm not going to hear from them. Are they about that bullshit? How you say, I'm not with the shits. Yeah. And you can keep that.
I'm not with the shits.
So you can talk to somebody and you can really know how serious they are. Because when it comes down to business, I'm going to tell you this about me. You only got one red flag to show me and I'm out. I'm out. I don't want your red flag. And as soon as you on some you don't sound right type shit, yeah, I'm like, nah, yo, I'm good. I don't take every job. You know what I mean? The best thing I can do for you is direct you to someone else that may want to put up with that shit.
I ended up refunding her deposit, and I gave her 3 caterers in the area that she was having her event, and was like, here you go. Maybe they can help you out. And
well, Chef Simone is on something else. I ain't giving you a shit back. I ain't giving you a dollar.
I was like, you can go ahead and holler at them. But I knew they were going to be more expensive.
Hey, I do have professional courtesies. Light bill, gas bill, water bill, mortgage, for rent, car notes, all that shit. Gas, yeah, that's my goddamn, yo, Wayne, yo, I do not play games. I don't play games with my clients, and I don't expect them to play games with me. So when I'm talking to you, I can tell if you're about the bullshit or not, and that's going to let me decide if I want to go forward or not. I'm not always going to go forward just because. I'm not going to take a job just for the sake of saying, oh, I got a job. Because if it ain't beneficial to you, you just played yourself.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, too, people, like regular people who aren't chefs or caterers, be honest. There's nothing wrong with being honest. I'd rather a client be honest with me, like, look, this is my budget. Tell me what you could do. And I will give you that option. And it's like a lot of people are like, well, you don't have prices on your website. I don't have prices for customized jobs. Like there's basic things you can have prices for, but
don't you hate that?
Yeah, it's like what are your prices? Okay, so
how can I give you a price on something that's a customization?
Exactly.
We ain't customized that yet.
Details. We need to know the details. Like, okay, a baby shower in December can be totally different price than the baby shower in the spring because it's available. The produce is available.
Produce, food fluctuations.
Exactly. Like, in the spring, it's easier to get produce because it's, abundant versus in the winter because, okay, well, you got a lot of root vegetables.
I think that's my number one pet peeve because now that once you said it, it makes me think of how many people have walked up to us. Sometimes I hate wearing my uniform. Oh, especially in the supermarket. But people will walk up to you and say, well, how much would you charge for this? Okay, so what? How many people you got? What's the layout? What's the thing? Like, it's so much more to, like, I can't walk up to a mechanic and say, hey, my car feel a little sluggish. What's the problem? He ain't gonna know. So don't expect me to know just... I just wish people had more common sense. They think that we walk around with this book. Oh, you want a cake? It's going to be this. Now, I quote you a price for one thing, and then you call me and be like, yeah, I need a 3-tier. You know what I mean? Now, I done quoted you a price for a butt cake. And what the fuck?
Right, right.
Stop playing with me.
Right. That's definitely, and just to kind of round out this conversation, I'm going to go back to some 101s for everybody. When it comes to dealing with the menu or knowing what you want, like how you break down a menu is the meat, the side, the appetizers, the dessert, and the beverages, whether you have alcohol or non-alcohol. And then there's the non-food items like the plates.
Yeah, flatware, napkins.
Exactly.
Table skirts and like all of that goes into that. So you're not just looking at the food. The food is the star, but you got so many co-hosts around the food. Come on, geez. Now it all depends. What kind of event is it? Am I going to use the aluminum motherfucker? You can take these shit when you go home, or am I going to pull out my big boy stuff? Which, hey, because we want it to look sassy and classy.
Exactly. Real fancy, like, let's pull it up, pull it down.
Yeah. And understand, all these things that we're talking about have to be broke down at the end of the night, have to be washed. Y'all not doing that. I'm doing that now. I done went from a chef to a dishwasher. You know what I mean? Regardless if I got somebody to do it or I'm doing it myself, at the end of the day, I'm still paying for it. So that means you have to pay for it.
Right. You get to go home with your to-go carts and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I don't take food home. I'm gonna make sure everybody ate. Whoever the host or the hostess is, I'm gonna go to them and say everybody has eaten. Now you have the choice of I can repackage the food and you can take it all home, or I always come with to-go plates, the little white styrofoam containers.
Right.
We can pass them out until all the food is gone. I don't take your food home. I just took all this time cooking this shit. I don't want to see it. Shit.
Oh my gosh, I know the feeling. Like half of the time when I'm cooking, it's like, oh shit, did I eat today? Like even though we taste tested, to make sure everything is good, like we don't really sit down and have a plate. Like you don't sit down and eat. Nah, I've been looking at this shit all day. I'm good.
Straight up. I'll be like, yo, I don't even want to see this stuff, yo. So
give me some water, give me a shot or something. I'm good.
Puff the magic dragon. I'm just saying, I need a little puffage and maybe some Trinidadian toast, and I'm good.
Trinidad.
So, I don't know if you have anything else to say. I'm pretty much good on my end.
No, I think we covered everything. I want to reiterate just again, when you're talking to a caterer or a personal chef, understand how many people you want to have at your event, what your budget is, and be realistic about your budget, the time and place, whether or not they'll have access to a kitchen or we'll have to bring everything pretty much hot and ready to go. The place, like understand if there is a functioning kitchen, not a hot plate and a sink, but a full-fledged kitchen or not. Like the caterer or the chef should know what's going on. And then, 2-week minimum to actually request this information. The bigger the time I have or the longer time I have to plan this out for you, you'll get what you need and possibly under your budget.
And just to piggyback off that, when you want an event such as like Chef Simone is talking about, do your own due diligence. When you're looking at these event halls, know what you need before you pick it.
Right.
Don't be mad because your food, is going to be a little offset because you done picked a place that don't have a kitchen. And if it do have a kitchen, do all your due diligence. Walk through the kitchen. Make sure, ask questions. Is this working? How often do you change?
Exactly.
How often do you change the grease in your fryers? You know what I mean? And look around. If you see more than three, if you see more than 3 rodent traps, that's probably not the event hall you want to use.
No.
You know what I mean? So, is there anything else you would like to say?
No, that's it. I'm good. I just wish everybody 2019 a prosperous new year. Let's collab. Let's get together. Let's keep the money flowing, keep the good recipes going, and just, have a good time. I'm ready. You ready?
Shit, I'm ready. But I'm gonna take out a few minutes. I want to give a shout out and bring a few things to the light. First and foremost, be on the lookout for Calhoun and Toast. It's a new thing coming. It's not just the one thing we're building. It's going to be a great thing in whatever city that we're in, because we're traveling with Calhoun and Toast.
Definitely.
And wherever city we in, trust me, you want Calhoun and Toast on your shit. You know what I mean? Also, I want to give out a few Instagrams of chefs that you might want to check out, that's in different areas from the East Coast to the West Coast, from up top to down bottom. And I'm gonna just call them out the way that they are on social media so you can go back and listen to it. Beautiful_ Chrissy, Chef _ Stephanie _ Chef Kina, and that's Kenna. She was actually on a season of Hell's Kitchen. I don't know what season, but she's she got this.
She sparked this whole podcast.
She sparked this podcast. So Chef Kina, you sparked this, and I still want that damn strawberry shortcake. Cakes by Ali. She's in Florida. Great person. I know her personally. The banana pudding cupcakes, but she do it all. She do custom cakes. She can give that she got that smoke. I _ got _ the _ munchies _ you have to be high to put all them damn underscores in. This woman right here, I don't know her personally, but man, she be putting up some serious dishes from the curries and all that. She do this curry goat pasta. Oh my God, she's dope. Beauchamps. Chef Damian Banks. The name of it is Beauchamps. 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 I know him personally. He was actually my executive chef. I used to work for him. Great guy. That's my brother. Anytime he need me, he know he only got to call me. I love chefs with a Z. Zamika Williams. I hope I didn't butcher your name. Sorry. Chef _ Kwanzaa. Kwaz. KWAZ. Chef _ KWAZ. Mr. Foodtastic. I watch him on live every now and again. The Culinary Gangster. Great guy. I don't know him personally, but you sense to get personalities from people. Rasta _ Chef _ Pun 504. Now, we used to work together at the Country Club in New Orleans. Great guy. That's my brother. He know if he need me, he can call me. I know if I need him, I can call him. One Hungry Lady, straight up from Philly. She's a foodie, but she likes to cook. She has a great videos and things like that on her channel. Creole _ Queens Catering. I know her. Great woman. Yo, she dope. She's out in Kansas right now, actually. So anybody out in Kansas, chef underscore T underscore Caldwell, CALDWELL. Nicole underscore vegan underscore kitchen for all my vegan eaters. Cakes by Tatiana, great girl, do great cakes. I know her personally. She actually did the desserts for the dinner. When I did the food, she did the dessert. Sweet Meat Chef, eating fabulously, all one words for those two different ones. Paulie Cooks, Chef T Wills, Chef Rossi, ROSSI, Chef underscore Bama, BAYMA, Chef Vanessa, and M.A. Prom. He's out in Houston. He's from Philly. I don't know him personally, but he's from Philly, and I lived in Houston for 8 years. So hell, he's up and coming. You know, anybody out in the Houston area, check them out. Again, Chef Simone. Plug your joint, Chef Simone.
Thank you very much, Chef. Chef Simone, you can find me as Sweet, Savory, Spicy, all one word, on Instagram and Facebook. Also, you can go to Tasty3, that's TASTY, the number 3.com. The website's under construction, but you can still contact me and check out a couple things on there. Can I give a couple shout outs to some chefs that you didn't name?
Of course.
Okay, so I have to give a shout out to one of my homegirls, or actually a professional chef in the area. I'm in the DMV area, Chef Willette. We did Thanksgiving and Christmas packages this year, so check her out. She's at put_in_a pocket. Put it in a pocket. Go check out her website as well. Definitely Chef Bates out of Tennessee. He's dope. His handle is Chef BATTS. Also, we already got Chef Kenna. And hold on, there's a bunch of people.
While you figuring out, I also want to say Chef B. She's a raw vegan, and here in Atlanta, a raw vegan chef. And all the names that I'm saying, when I go to drop the promo for the podcast, all of these names will be in the description, far as like when I put it up on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have my list. So I have Chef J. Grant. He's Chef JG Details. I have Chef Melinda. She's Heart and Soul Catering. Chef The Soca Chef. That's SOCACHEF. She's dope. I love her. Chef Courtney Harris. Chef Marlo. He's in Atlanta with you. Chef Willie Wallace. He's dope as well. He's in Atlanta too. Like, it's so many dope chefs out here. Chef Savannah, shout out, or it's Chef _Savannah. Let's see, that's pretty much it. Like, my main people, and in the DMV area, I have the Cooks and Catering, Cooks _and Catering. They have a whole team, and they've been very supportive, and they're dope. They actually give out the food management certifications too. So check out your people who give out those certification if you need all of your your certifications update for the year. There's a lot of chefs out here who are actually giving those classes too. So.
Yes.
And you of course, O.G.Kitch, Chef O.G.Kitch.
O.G.Kitch.
For having me on your podcast tonight. I appreciate you so much.
No, it's all good.
For me. Like, he's the real deal, you guys. So, that crawfish pie, I'm just waiting on that. I'm still waiting on that.
No, you'll be down soon. So look, everybody that ears cross this podcast, there's no way, where you live at, no matter where you live at, I'm sure that we have said a name of somebody in your city, in your state, that will get with you. We're dropping names because we want everyone to shine. And although I don't know everyone that I named personally, I follow them, they follow me, and I have certain respects for all chefs. I look at your work. I see how you rolling. I see how your pitches are. I don't see like all the rigmarole in the back. I'm not just shouting out just anybody name. These are actual people that when I'm in their city, I plan, and I tell them all the time, I plan on, I got, what is it? I got the munchies. Yeah, she know. I want to eat when I come to Texas.
Right.
You know what I mean? Chef Kidder, no, I want my cake. Cakes by Ali, no, I want, it's like that. So I want to drop these names so they can get out there and get the shine as well. But first and foremost, and at the bottom line of all of this, I want everybody to be on the lookout. Yeah, we have sweet, savory, and spicy. And yes, we have Zenobia's baby cakes. But I want everybody on the lookout because Calhoun and Toast is coming.
It's coming.
And we're coming strong.
Yeah, we are. It's a force to be reckoned with. We bringing it. We will travel. We're traveling everywhere. We already have a couple events on the books.
Exactly.
And so we're just gonna keep pushing it. We started off the nice little kickoff with the coquito recipe that we came up with. Is still available to order. It doesn't have to just be for New Year's.
I'm so glad you just said that because I was about to this is an all year round drink, and we got more stuff coming. But you could definitely, I will always drop all the links to everything. We got the online store. We have everything going on. You can always get anything that we're talking about. We're not just talking about it just for the sake of being talking about. So be on the lookout for all of that. I want to wish everybody a prosperous new year.
Yeah.
Be safe, grow. And if there's nothing else to be said, you good, Chef?
I'm good. Just eat. Eat good. Eat good.
Eat the way you want to eat because you can. You know what I mean? So, and also she said the thousandaires, millionaires, we can't keep out the EBTers.
Hey, I will work with the EBT. So I'm just saying.
All your seafood could be gotten with that. Just know that. So, everybody have a great night. I can't wait to drop this. I can't wait for the reactions of the people that we shouted out because I'm going to add them in when I drop the promo. So everybody have a great one. Again, this is O.G.Kitch.
And Chef Simone.
And this is The Conversation. Thank you, everyone.
Have a good night.
Give us politicians that intoxicate the truth. No intoxicants in the booth. Only herb is from the root. I'm superb when in the booth with his word. If it ain't true, and I swear that's my only ingredient. Go to school, go to work, show where your allegiance is. Motherfuck the system, why serve in obedience? Got a few civil rights, now realize that they're meaningless. Open up your third eye, nigga, you should see this shit. You should see this shit. The whole world blind, ain't seeing shit.